I got it muted like I ain't got this shit on. Turn the mic so are they already? We online, so you know how they be low. It ain't showing up on what's the name. Baby. That's it, the ladies and gentlemen. You got it. Oh yeah. I remember that whole like it was yesterday. Oh, that's on there now. I just hit there. Fuck this shit. Come on. Because we ain't got the video on. All right, what's going on, guys, ladies, in betweens? We starting early. We just had a great episode of Black Father February. So y'all come on in the building, show us some love, show us some support, and let us know how we sound. Are our levels low? Are they high? And how y'all feel about this new setup? We've been working with it a lot lately. We love it, but you know, it ain't about what we think all the time. We want to know what y'all thinking. So this episode might offend some people. And if it does, as a man, you're not handling your responsibilities. So we don't care. That's just what it comes down to. So the title, my brother.
Sacrifices of a husband and a boyfriend. And before we get into this, like I said, man, if y'all watching it now, you know, let people know that we live now.
Yep.
Let's kind of get in the building. I said we're gonna give people a couple of minutes to get on in here before we really get rolling.
Yep.
We gonna have some invites as well. So I said be tuned in, give us a couple of minutes, and we'll be right back.
Right back. So y'all come on in. Fill it up. Fill it up. We're back.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Bullhorn. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Tyrone. What's the other guy? Unker.
Uncle, the
Yeah.
whole crew over there.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for giving us this platform to have these specific conversations in a safe space. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So we wanted to talk about the responsibilities, the duties, whatever you want to call it, as fathers, men, boyfriends, and husbands. The sacrifices that we make to make these things happen, right?
Yep.
YouTube look amazing. Shout out to y'all over on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and comment. We're gonna engage everybody. So y'all hop on in. Let's have this conversation because I don't think it's had enough in these spaces.
Let's hop in the chat. Ty, what's going on? Mira, what's going on?
What's up?
Ty,
What's up?
Thank you for showing the love.
Shout out to you, my brother. We're gonna do the work, and I appreciate you coming to see what's going on. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna rise right quick. Whoop, you hear me? The Inspector Gadget's on there. Yeah. So I hit you with this first. What's that?
Shout out to Kim jumping in the bed, and thank y'all for hopping in the chat
Quickly. Like I appreciate that.
Thank y'all. How we sound? Is the sound?
Yeah. Let us. Somebody let us know how we sounding. Are we low? We too high? What is it?
And I'm sorry. Look, I was just gonna say also, y'all remember this is an interactive podcast. Y'all can call in. We can put you up on video chat now.
Yep.
Ask questions. If you disagree with something we agree with, hey, let us know. We ain't here to argue. We here to have an open, honest dialogue.
Facts.
So my boy, going back into your soliloquy.
So my guy, I hit you with this a couple days ago. No, it was about 5 days ago.
Yeah.
I hit you with this topic as far as our sacrifices as men.
Yeah.
Now, to lead you into it, because I want you to be elaborate, I'm gonna let you have the mic for a minute. We talked about our responsibilities, our sacrifices that we make as men, as fathers, as husbands, boyfriends. You're a husband, I'm a boyfriend, I'm an ex-husband, whatever. That's not important. But we do what we do, right?
Yeah.
We also have our issues and our complaints or discrepancies with women. Right. And though we have those, we do not forgive, we do not exclude our responsibilities as men.
Right.
And there are things that we have to do that may be quote unquote unfair. So how do you feel about those? Let me go grab some right quick, but you answered it.
To me, it's part of the job.
Yeah.
But I grew up in a home with my mother and father there. So I see it, I got a chance to see it every day. I got a chance to understand what a good man was, what a man was doing to provide for his family. It wasn't always good and bad. I mean, it wasn't always good. We had some rough times, but we had to do what we had to do. And as men, it's that way, especially if you got a family, if you got a child that's there, or if you got a girlfriend, a wife, you part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem.
Facts.
So, that's my spiel on that, bro. I just think it's part of it. Go hand in hand. If you don't know the responsibility, get with somebody that does, and then go from there.
Right. And I think
they say the sound off. They can't hear it.
Sound off.
Hold on. See what we got.
Sound off. Oh Lord. Okay.
Sorry.
We apologize. We're good. Black Man Unfiltered. What's happening, my guy? I see you in the comment section.
We should be much better now, y'all. We sorry about that.
Let us know how we sounding now.
It should be much better.
Right. Shout out to my guy, Black Man Unfiltered. If y'all don't know who that is, go type him in on YouTube. He's doing great things over there, having great panels. Like he specialized in having panels.
Yes,
like,
sir.
plenty black men, plenty black women having great conversation.
Yeah.
And you know, they specialize in black men and black women.
Yeah.
But he also has conversations with every race.
Right.
That's what I do see. So y'all go jump in and have these conversations. You know, what we do is we specialize in relationships, marriage, the contempt between black men
Right.
and black women. We're trying to do our part to alleviate some of that pressure.
Facts.
You feel me?
Yep.
But back to the topic at hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that some of us, well, I'll speak for me and Tez. Me and Tez have our criticisms of women, but we don't neglect our roles as men.
Facts.
Those two things are separated. And I believe that if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, not perfectly, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to do as men, you need to shut up about women. That's my personal opinion. Because your issue, your thought process shouldn't even be centered around women because you're not doing it.
Right.
Like, let's just be reasonable.
Right. I'm with you 100%. And, you know, I think we always tell women to correct women. But as men, we got to do the same thing. And that's why I said it's never been against women. It's just we see an issue, let's talk about it. It don't matter what the gender is. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So with brothers, we going to be coming more towards y'all on this one, but we definitely want to have a conversation with women as well. Y'all know that. We love the interaction. So one of the things that I wanted to say, bro, is the sacrifices as a boyfriend or a husband can't be taken lightly. It ain't always going to be things that you want to do. It ain't always going to be things that you want to say.
Yeah.
But in order for your kingdom to stay afloat, you have to make these sacrifices. It's things right now that I would love to do. Look, man, I'm an Xbox head.
Come on. What you
know
like
what I'm saying?
Xbox?
I love being on that thing 8 hours. I didn't even move over to the computer game. I wasn't even doing that, but now I got one that I like. But the point is, I ain't got time to play them, bro. I got a little boy that man 10 months. Every time he see me, he want to hop up on me and jump and play.
Yep.
That's more important. I got a wife that's holding down the house, that's cooking, cleaning, doing what she's supposed to do as a wife. And all she wants is my attention sometimes. Yep. So I got to get it to her.
Right.
Whereas if it was me, I'm just going to be on the Xbox in the game and then edit the podcast.
Facts.
But I understand that if I don't play my role, if I don't sacrifice, the economy shuts down in the house.
And bro, I'm glad you said that because I think a lot of us get lost in what we want.
Right. Ooh.
And I understand it.
Right.
We should have some of the things we want. But as a man, as a leader, and I want to emphasize leader, your responsibility, what you're owed is duty. God put you in that position to take care of duty.
Yes, sir.
It's not about fun with you. It's not about butterflies and rainbows and cake and ice cream.
Thanks.
That's not what it is. So when you look at your woman, when your woman is handling her business, you as a man, your duty is to lighten that load for her.
Yes, sir.
Whatever her load may be, you're supposed to lighten that load.
Yep.
And I get it, brothers. I get what y'all are hearing. Y'all some simps. No, we're not.
No,
we're not. What we're trying to get you to understand is a leadership position requires more of you than of her. If you think you're a leader and you think you're just going to have everything benefit you, you're sadly mistaken.
Sadly mistaken. And it also comes to the sacrifice of, look, I'm going to give y'all a personal example. We do these best.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice with your actions as well.
Yes, sir.
I'll name one, and if my wife listening, which she probably is. I remember it was a time we were staying in an apartment complex, and I was driving. You know, we just trying to get home safe, and this guy just swerving, going crazy right in front of the car. So I'm pissed because I'm like, bro, I got my wife in here, and you driving all crazy and stuff. I'm having to turn quick so I don't hit you and stuff. So my man said, "Oh, me and bro about to jet." Like it ain't no question. I'm on 100. Like, bro, you done almost hit my car and everything. I parked the car. I'm still at 100. I get out the car. I'm about to go to dude's car. And my wife give me that look like, baby, please don't do this. For me, that was all I need to be like, you know what? It ain't worth it.
Right.
It ain't worth it. I wanted to beat dude ass, bro. But my wife was like, nah, baby, sacrifice for me so you don't have to do this. Sacrifice for me so you don't have to get into a fight. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to hurt dude. Who's to say it don't escalate the guns?
Right.
Who's to say it don't escalate to somebody going to jail? Sacrifice for me. And I had to. And that ate me up because I wanted to go in on bro.
Put some pause on the boy. Right.
But I had to sacrifice for my wife because I knew if I would have went out there and did that, I would have disappointed.
Let me give you one. This back when I was young and married and broke. Right? Nigga. I'm talking about I'm getting 13 an hour, 14 an hour. But I'm not complaining. I'm holding my nuts. I'm making shit happen, right? But it came to a decision.
Right.
Light bill or rent. Rent every time.
Right.
Because what good is it for you to pay your light bill and you ain't got a house to be in?
Facts.
Right. So I paid the rent. But our light bill was short. So what I did was I told my ex, she was my wife at the time. I like y'all, baby. So go stay with your brother. I'm gonna stay here, protect our house, keep everything together. As soon as I get this taken care of, I'll call for you back. It was only a day. But I stayed, it was wintertime. I stayed in the cold. I stayed without running water because I would not have my wife living like that.
Right.
And it was on me that we was in that position, even though I was doing everything I could. The fact that I wasn't there, we can blame me, basically.
Right.
Nobody else to blame because I'm the leader of my family. And what it came down to was, do I have her in this shit? Or do I get her in a position where she can go have AC or heat, take a hot shower, my baby can eat a hot, warm meal, and daddy got this.
Right.
That is not fair.
Right.
They should be with me by fairness rules. But as a man, as a husband, as a father, I would not allow my women, the little girl and the woman in my life, to deal with this situation.
Yeah.
I can withstand it.
Yep.
I can endure it. My mentality as a man, my moral fiber and being allows me to be able to take that better. I was not going to allow my wife and child to deal with that situation, even though I created it by not being top-notch provider.
Right.
That's the situation I was in. The best I could do was, y'all got to get away from here.
Right.
And you go with your brother, somebody I trust.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You be in a better position. But you will not suffer. I won't allow it. That is a sacrifice.
Right.
As a man. Was it fair? No. Was it something I wanted to do? No. But I was glad to do it so my family wouldn't suffer.
Right. And I think that's one of the big things when it comes to these situations. Like, bro, we didn't been here. Like, look, bro, we ain't millionaires and billionaires or nothing like that. You know, YouTube going good, Bullhorn going good, Facebook going good, but we ain't rich. We understand the struggles.
Right.
And that's the thing is men, bro, you got to understand the struggles of what you're going through. That's part of it. But going back into the sacrifices is part of the job.
It's included. Bro.
Everything that you like, everything that you love, you ain't going to be able to keep.
Right.
You know, bro, it's some things that I absolutely love and they gone now. So y'all, I'm sorry for looking down. I got the chat up. Ty Guy, we have to make those tough choices when they come up. 100%. And then what's even more powerful about your statement is, if it fails, you gonna still take the blame.
Right.
If it succeeds, it's just, hey, another day.
Right.
And bro, you gotta be, as a man, you have to say, it is what it is. I got it.
It's my job.
It's the job.
It's my job. Like, I don't see, this is the luxury of being a woman. And women, you should dive into it 100% with submissiveness and femininity. You're allowed to be comfortable. You should be comfortable. The way your body is set up, creating children in your womb, going through the stresses of labor, and then postpartum afterwards. Your body is set up to do that.
Right.
Your body and your mentality as a woman is not meant to deal with stress. It's not meant to deal with uncomfortability, if that's a word.
The way that we do.
Right. We're actually made for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I slept in that house with no air conditioning, no heat and shit, I was good.
Yeah.
I wrapped up. You feel me? I went outside to smoke my little Black and Mild. You know what I'm saying? Like I made it through the night.
Yeah.
And I wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was proud of it. Women don't have that same sense. It's not that they're less than or we're better than. It's the fact that God designed us for that role.
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to things that you feel that is not going your way as a man, that is unfair to you as a man, I get that.
Right.
I promise you I get it. Nobody gets it more than the 501 podcast. I promise. Because we talk about it. We only talk about it because it's something that we need to vocalize.
Yes.
But the reality is that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. And Kevin put in here is unappreciated. It is.
It is.
They call it a thankless job.
It is. So because we're not getting thanks, should we stop? No, because our kids look at us as superheroes. Our wives look at us as somebody that can fix the problem.
Right.
We do need to have more women appreciated. But I ain't even say we need. We would rather have.
Facts.
We want our women to appreciate it. But whether they do or not, the job got to get done.
The job. You know what I'm saying? Ty got another comment. Right. It's something in us that motivates us to keep pushing. It always been there. And this one of the things that we talk about too on the 5100 podcast when it comes to men, bro, you can't quit.
Nope.
Like it's gonna be hard, and if you quit, you're gonna be looked at as a quitter. You're gonna be homeless or something.
We see you as weak.
Yeah,
that's just a fact,
bro. We all deal with our own situations, some worse than others, but we got to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? It's not a slight on you if you didn't have harder problem than somebody else. Right. The goal's still the same. Let me get up and make this better.
The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
Facts.
Like, and I just really want to harp on this. I want to emphasize this. Brothers, white men, black men, yellow men, red men, purple men, you are meant, you are built, designed to do this.
Yes, sir.
You can have your complaints, but see, the way we have structured what we do, me and Tez and other brothers, we talk about this with each other.
Yes, sir.
We get this off our chest with each other. We get it off our chest, we go home, and we get back to the job. It was basically a 15-minute break. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. But we got to go back in there and get the job done.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, brothers, you can have your issues with some of the things we have to do, but to dismiss them, you're a bitch.
Agreed.
I just got to keep it G. You're soft. You're weak. Because like, you can't deny what you're literally meant to do. Your wife's comfortability has to come before yours.
Mm-hmm.
Your child's comfortability has to come before yours. Otherwise, why do they need a man?
Right. If it's going to be that type of selfishness, you don't need to be there. Like, honestly, like, bro, most of my life, I've been a very selfish person. When my son got here, when I realized my wife needed more of my time, I had to change my selfish ways. Like I said, It was things that I loved. It was things, times, parties that I love to do, but that don't exist no more. It can't.
It can't. You gotta relish those moments when you get them. But at the end of the day, first is the responsibility.
So we got somebody in the call queue. So we're gonna go ahead and pull you up, Sammy. Let me see. Hello? Sammy, you on the line?
What's good, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on?
Glad to hear from you.
Oh, of course I decided to spot out real quick. Oh, it went blank.
Can y'all hear us? Sorry about that.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Hey, Sammy, call back in if you can. Call right back in. That's us. That wasn't on Bullhorn. That was us.
Sorry about that, Todd.
Y'all call back in. Call back in, Sammy. We got you.
That was us. Sorry about that.
Be careful with the two fingers.
Got it.
It's the Apple. I'm sorry.
I'm more of a PC guy. He got an Apple, so
yeah.
We'll get through technical difficulties.
Right.
But no, one of the sacrifices I was going to say that that you actually didn't make, that you didn't mention, was the mental sacrifice that men actually make. And this is one thing that us women, it's hard for us to see it because we are as emotional and nurturing as we are. We are supposed to look to men to be the provider and the pillars, and it's hard to see that softer side of them and see the toll that it takes on them at the same time. And true enough, even being the boyfriend, husband, or whatever role they may play in that female's life, that still takes a toll on them as well.
Yep. And I think that's one of the things that gets
A chance to see that even with some of my friends that are married, going through their situationships, entanglements, or whatever not. You still trying to maintain and hold down for their kids. Yeah, I said it exactly how I said it.
Married with the situationship. Damn.
All of the above. Let me tell you. But truly, though, you get a chance to see, a man get taken down through there while he's trying to pull every ounce to provide. He's also trying to find tidbits for himself.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things. I'm happy that a woman is bringing this up.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to.
Right, because as men, bro, we don't get that excuse. It's there.
You don't talk about mental health. That's the number one silent black killer for black men right there is mental health. Because, baby, it takes them to the precipice. It takes them to the edge. And I'm sorry, you're taught to be strong and not to speak up on it. And you cry tears just like we cry tears. It's just harder on us when we see you cry tears because it's done took you to that breaking point.
Right. Because if a man is there, he's really in a different space.
Right.
Yeah. But I agree with you 100%. And that's why we've kind of transitioned a little bit where we're not as critical as we were on women because we do feel like women should do that. The reason we started to do it because we felt like women weren't doing that. But as we've, matured in this space, we've started to see more women do it. So we've kind of backed up and like, okay, let's focus on the manhood and fatherhood aspect.
Right.
But even if this is the thing, like, even if you're a woman or a woman in your life is not supporting that, it doesn't change the job.
Right.
Like the job is the job. Like you can say your job should give you more water bottles because your job is hot. But at the end of the day, you can bring your own water.
It never fluctuates. Oh, believe me, the roles are never going to change regardless of what part you play. Even if you play the double role, that still comes down to brass and tacks of the provider and the nurturer. You're still going to have to seek that other person that is the equal.
What we need is women like you to come on these platforms and exhibit the behavior in your own life so there's a model to follow, because I can't teach a woman to say or do what you just did.
Right. And not only that.
The only way I know how to do it, baby, is through experience. And I just recently got chin checked in a situation to where I had to see my past situation play out before my eyes for a friend of mine. And I had to let them go and stop them at the same time and tell them, hey, I done been there and done that. I had to give perspective on how she's going to feel about what you're about to do and how you're going to end up feeling at the end of the whole situation. And you try to carry that burden and keep them from making those very same sacrifices you're talking about before they get in too deep.
Yep.
And that's when we have to build each other up and actually help provide that for one another. And which you pour into that person what you want. So if you're pouring that positivity, you checking them and like, hey, get on your stuff. You ain't doing right. Same thing, vice versa.
That's our job as men and women, is to check each other. Not out of hate, but out of love. Because that's one thing we used to do in our community. It used to be a village, and the village wasn't because you don't have a father in the home. The village was you got a father, but you got another father in another home to sharpen iron. Like we've lost that. And we have to get back to that. And what we do on the 5100 podcast is have these conversations that are uncomfortable, that are unfair, but it's the reality. Like, we don't have sympathy for men. We can't, because our situation is hard. Tez come to me, I come to Tez, and we talk about our hardships as men, fathers, ex-husbands, husbands, boyfriends, whatever. We vent that through each other, but even though I tell Tez what I got to say when he comes to me, or he tells me what I need to hear after I come to him.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go back to the job.
Right.
That's what we trying to get men to understand. It doesn't stop.
Check you too, the other perspective, because sometimes it's like, hey, men, it won't get through when it comes to the emotional side, the mental side, because I'm sorry, y'all brick walls when it goes to that. And sometimes you have to have a woman say,
especially
hey,
me.
you need to realize this is what this is right now. You got to come to reality on this.
Yes. Sammy.
Thank you, man. Sammy,
Yeah,
thank you
fellas.
so much for coming through.
She came
All
through.
right. Y'all have a
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, she came through with some heat.
Man, that's why I said that's why it's so important that y'all call, hop in the chat, ask questions, because bro, she gave a good point that, like I said, me and CJ wasn't gonna bring up because it's irrelevant for us.
We gotta handle the business.
Facts. The business gotta be handled. But she brought up a good fact, the mental health perspective of it, bro.
Right.
Me, like I said, me and you done talked about it. We done both had our breakdown. We done both had our moments where we ain't want to do it no more.
Right.
But my boy was like, bro, get your ass up. The job still gotta be done. I done told him, bro, get your ass up. The job still gotta get done. And if we don't sacrifice, these are the type of situations that go out of control. Now, bro, I just want to give a small little example. We just had my father in here.
That was a great
episode. Great episode. I hope y'all check it out. I'm gonna try to drop it tomorrow. If it don't drop tomorrow, it's gonna be out Tuesday. No later than Tuesday. But he talked about how he didn't even want to be married at the time when he got pregnant, or when he got my mom pregnant and they had me. But he knew that his sacrifices was gonna be needed for me to be the guy that I need to be. He sacrificed a lot of stuff, the running the streets, the having the cars and having all of this. He gave all that stuff up because he said, my son more important than all that. Sacrifices. Because you might, once again, it go back to you might love something a lot. You might like something a lot. But you can like it as much as you want. It don't come before your wife, your girlfriend, or your children. And if it does, brother, I think you got to reevaluate your priorities.
Bro, I'm going to say this, and I mean no disrespect to any man out there, but I have to say it. If you're going to take the commitment, especially of marriage.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to take that, you have to take on the fact that you are the protector. You are the provider. And can I just speak to the provider?
Come on now.
The provider isn't just the check you bring in. You provide structure, you provide discipline, and what you just say, you provide sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
Not that your woman can't, but yours is more important.
Right.
You can't say you're the leader and not be willing to do what it needs to be done. You can't do that. Those two do not go together.
Man, Ty, you on fire in the chat. Thank you so much. So Ty said,
come on.
She touched on the emotional aspect. We don't have time to be emotional because we got to handle our business. Ty, look, man, you preaching to the choir. This was the whole point of us doing this bullhorn, bro, because we understand for a lot of guys, it's hard. Bro, if you a husband, look, ex-husband, husband.
Come on.
We done been there with you, my boy.
Come on.
We understand what the sacrifices is, bro. We understand that your wife gonna get on your nerves sometime.
Yep.
Your child ain't gonna stop crying sometime.
Yep.
You know, your girl might not cook.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We get it.
Damn, that won't hurt though.
But
when they don't cook.
Oh yeah, brother. McDonald's and Taco Bell,
like a little piece of
Popeye.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I like a
maybe
good.
I like your touch.
I like warm Popeye. Ain't nothing like fresh Popeye.
Especially the spicy chicken.
Oh yes,
well, yeah.
But the point is, y'all, the sacrifices matter so much for us as men, bro. Look, bro, we understand it's difficult. That thing you love or what you like to do, it's hard to get this stuff up.
Yep.
But the goal is to create a foundation strong enough to where everybody can stand. Your sacrifice gonna be appreciated.
Let me speak to the guys that play sports, right? You knew guys that were just born athletically gifted, right? Let me tell you the difference between them and the guys that are in the NFL today, or NBA today, or soccer league today. They sacrificed a lot of their time to be dealing with women. And you know, as an athlete, especially if you popping, you can have who you want.
That's what they say.
But they sacrificed that time with them women, that time smoking dope, that time kicking it with their partners to be on the field, to be in the gym, to be lifting weights. Those things matter.
Yes, sir.
Because what you're doing is you're building a thicker skin, you're building a skill set to be the best you can be. That's a sacrifice. Like, that's just the reality of it. And I'm going to tell you why I know that. Because I didn't do enough of it. I had a garbage coach in some ways, I would agree. But even with that, I didn't make him put me on the field by outworking his starters. That's the position you have to. That's what we understand as men.
Yes, sir.
We don't have a fat shaming in men culture. We
Facts.
don't. You fat, get your ass in the gym.
Facts.
That's what it is. So as men, we're built like that. I'm not going to complain about what women deal with. That is not the subject today.
No.
If you're fat as a man, get your ass in the gym. If you're out of shape, me and Tez have started a challenge. And when we do this shit, we have made a commitment to say, bro, when you're done with the exercise, text me when you're done.
Yep.
That's holding each other accountable. That's what we have to do as men. Is we at some point, bro,
Yeah.
we have to remove women from our responsibility. They have nothing to do with it.
I agree 100% because at the end of the day, as much as I love my wife, I gotta understand that my sacrifice is gonna mean a little bit more. Not to say hers don't matter.
Right.
It
Definitely does.
It definitely matters. But I know the things that I'm gonna have to put on the line, they might cost me my life.
I'm the captain.
Come on, man.
You can't be the captain and tell the co-pilot, look, I need you to take over the plane because I'm just nervous and I'm scared to do it. No!
Come on, man.
You can't do that. Take the wings off his chest.
Yes, sir.
You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it. And not only that, you got to say, if this plane go down, I'm going down with
I
it.
got to go with it.
But
Because it's mine.
It's mine. That's what we want to get y'all to understand. Husband, boyfriend, whatever your title is, if you lead the house, if you lead the household,
if you're leading a woman,
yes, that's yours. You got to understand, I got to do my part to protect and provide and secure. I'm the captain of the ship. If this ship go down, it should be primarily because of me, and I should be doing everything in my power to steer this baby back on course.
That's a fact.
And if you don't, that's when you get men like the 5100 podcast making you feel bad. Man,
Yes,
they don't know what they talking about, bro. They just talking. No.
Come on.
It hurt because you know it's you.
It's the reality.
Right.
It's the reality. You know, when I wasn't handling my business as a man, as a young boy, I had people like my uncles that was on my ass. Our job as men, and it's another part of it, steel has to sharpen steel.
Right.
Iron has to sharpen iron. When Ted's coming to me with issues, concerns, when I come to him with issues and concerns, he's not telling me what I want to hear. I guarantee you, me and Tez have gone times where we was like, I'm not finna talk to this nigga because I don't want to hear the truth right now. That's the reality. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how I should feel like I don't want to hear the truth right now,
Yeah.
Tez, versus I know Ted's gonna tell me what I want to hear.
Facts.
I would rather have the man in my corner, the partner in my corner. I'm the godson to this man's father.
Facts.
I have a standard.
Godfather
So,
to
yeah.
this man, son.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry.
Y'all
it's
know
late,
what it
y'all.
mean.
It's late. But yeah, that's my responsibility. And he chose me for that position because of the morals and principles and character that I display, not on the microphone, bro.
Facts.
Not on the camera, bro. What I do every single day. I want y'all to really understand why we do this, man. We just talked about this with your father and your brother. We do this for the men that don't have young men, young boys that don't have men in their life to help them understand what they don't even understand that they need to understand.
Facts. Like, bro, you couldn't have said it no better, man. And that's one of the things that we want to reach out to these guys because, bro, like CJ said, man, we understand women got their issues. Cool, we got it. We address it sometimes, but mostly we trying to talk to men our age, older or younger. It don't matter because some older guys still ain't got these
because they didn't have a chance to grasp it.
Facts.
Yep.
And the fact that I got a brother here that hold me accountable. Y'all grab y'all a brother that's gonna hold you accountable. If you got guys around you that's yes men, Bro, get away from them guys. They really don't care about your relationship.
They benefiting. They try to get any benefit they can.
Facts. They don't care about your marriage. They don't care about none of that stuff. Oh, one more thing that just hit me, brother.
Oh.
Sacrifice. Keep folks out of your relationship that don't want you to be in a relationship. That is a sacrifice. Sometimes you're going to have to get rid of your friend. Women, you're going to have to get rid of your single friend.
I say you got to get rid of your friends because they're going to mess up your ends.
Facts.
You got to.
And men, too.
Yes, bro.
And men out here that hate seeing their partners in relationships.
Bro, when I talk to my girl now, I tell her, one of the reasons I tell her this, and one of the reasons she's comfortable, because she knows Tez is a married man. She knows the goals and aspirations that I sit and talk to her about when we one-on-one.
Yep.
So she sees a man I got in my circle that is living it. That helps my relationship.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's say I go grab one of my partners in the hood that's just running through chicks. That's going to make her insecure.
Yep.
Especially if I keep him around me. You can say she's petty. Why? Because if she had a hot girl summer friend around her, you'd have an issue with it.
Yep.
It go both ways. Some of this stuff is tit for tat, the same thing.
Yep.
If you want your woman to be a certain way, you have to understand your sacrifice in order to make that happen.
Yep.
I get tired of men, bro, males that
there we go.
think that they don't have to do shit. It's like, nigga, what world is you living in where you think you don't have a responsibility to keep this going smoothly?
Yeah.
And especially if you're the leader, if she feels away and she don't want to talk about it, don't be like, well, she don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Your job is to go address it.
Yep.
I've always done that. And I relish that position because I'm born for it.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Women are not. It's not to knock them. We say this again.
Right.
It's not to knock them. But if they were naturally fitted for that role, they would do it. And you would not have women complain about men not being men anymore.
Yep. Ty hit us with another great comment.
Ty coming through.
Yeah. Oftentimes it's hard for men to take criticism when it's actually positive feedback.
Hey, Ty, you want to call
I'm saying,
in?
man, you might as well just call in, brother.
You dropping some jewels, my boy.
You damn near part of the 5100 podcast.
He's coming through because he right.
He right, bro. How many times have we talked about this amongst us, bro?
Right.
Even on the podcast. As men, bro, you got to take your feelings out of criticism. Like, bro, we done had guys on that. A perfect example.
Uh-oh. Where you going with this?
It's going good.
Okay.
It ain't going to be bad.
Okay.
One of the criticisms we got in one of our videos was where we had the music playing too loud in the background.
Right.
We didn't get in our feelings and like, well, since you don't like the music, we ain't posting nothing else.
We knew what the reason we did it, but you are still a casual listener.
You the viewer. So what we had to do was we had to say, you know what? If the viewer don't want music, we ain't gonna give them music, or we gonna turn it down to where it don't interrupt the conversation. We could have instantly been like, no, bro, hey, this our product. We don't care about y'all.
This an hour-long podcast. You could have said anything. Why you want to criticize me?
Right.
No.
Come on, bro.
It's like, I get your point.
Right.
I looked at what you said. It's like, on the next video, we're going to have none of it, or we're going to have it extremely low.
Yep.
We had our reasons for having that music. That was over.
Yep.
The next one, it won't happen. That's what you have to do as a man. Adjust. Take that criticism because it's
sacrifice.
It's going to make you a better man.
It is.
Your role is to do it like, I really want to nail this home for brothers because I got personal people in my life that are dealing with men that are not doing it.
Ooh.
And I understand.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Did I just do that?
Ooh.
I have to say it because not only am I an advocate for men, I'm accountability for men.
Yes, sir.
And I've made some of the same mistakes that I know that some of these men are making. What would I be if I didn't push it forward for you not to make the same mistake? Because it's so simple.
Don't lose your home for your pride, brother.
Bruh.
Don't do it. It ain't worth it. The sacrifice.
When they say cheaper to keep it, it ain't just about money.
No.
We talking about emotional expenses, nigga.
Bruh.
We talking about mental expenses, nigga. Like, bruh.
You don't know how it feel to lose something that you know you shouldn't have lost. Like, and it be completely your fault. And we ain't even talking about cheating. Let's take the whole physical aspect out of it. The sacrifice. I don't want to give up playing the game for 8 hours. I don't want to give up running the streets.
Bro, I didn't want to give up going to the club. I didn't want to give up linking up with my guys.
Partying.
I didn't want to give up just something simple as sitting in the driveway with my partner, smoking and talking. It's like, bro, my wife need me in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I understand you got your shit going on, but this is my home. I got to go in there.
Right.
I'm the leader of that. Like, I can't dismiss what she needs. And brothers, understand something, especially because it's hard today.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
If you got a woman that's willing to handle her role, handle her position with little complaints, but she has one or two, bro, fix that shit.
Facts.
Make that shit comfortable for her. We've talked about this plenty of time. The postpartum shit.
Mm-hmm.
The woman that has to deal with her body changing. The woman that takes on the role of keeping that house together. Bro, we've said this many times. Every woman ain't cut out for that. That's not some glorious goddamn job.
Jesus, facts.
That's a hard. I see my grandmama do it.
Yeah.
That is a hard role to fulfill. You got to get the food cooked. You got to get the clothes washed. You got to have the dishes washed. You got to make sure your man tallynackle is taken care of. You got to make sure the kids fed.
Right.
You got to make sure they feel loved. Like, that is a woman's position in that home.
Right.
If you got a woman that's doing that, you have to cherish that, bro, because today that is scarce.
It's scarce. And not only that, you gonna remember it when you hit these streets again. You gonna see it when you hit these streets and be like, man, bro, so-and-so don't even cook. Like, dang, bro, so-and-so don't even wash clothes. I done been there and done it. We have been there and done this. We ain't saying it because we read a book or we listen to Kevin Samuels, y'all. We saying this because we didn't experience these things, and we want to make it clear to everybody that hear this, everybody that's listening now and that's gonna listen. Man, your sacrifices matter, bro. It's gonna be things that you don't want to do that you're gonna have to do. It's gonna be stuff you're gonna have to stop doing that you want to do. Let it go. If you got a woman that's filling these roles, bro. If you got a woman that's doing the thing that she's supposed to do,
that's keeping your family afloat,
let it go, bro.
It's not worth it.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
We got a comment. What's the comment?
Let me see. Got Mira. I think we caught up on the comment. Come on, say it. Yeah.
Yeah, these are facts.
Yeah. And man, we 50 minutes in, bro.
That was quick.
That was quick.
That was quick.
So y'all look, man, we're gonna get a couple of more minutes. So if y'all want to call in, y'all got any questions for us, call in, ask us questions. The chat been incredible.
It's been jumping.
Thank y'all so much. Ty, man, big shout out to you, bro. You taking time out your busy schedule.
No, you got a lot going.
Facts. Shout out to Bullhorn too. I just seen that they shared the episode on IG.
Yep.
So thank y'all for trying to get people in here as well. So like I said, man, we're gonna give it a couple of more minutes. The floor open to men and women call in. Like I said, if you don't agree, that's fine. If you do, come on.
Let me speak to something too.
Go ahead.
Because when she said that, it made me feel away. She's like, her energy, what she's saying, I understand it, right? Because, bro, you gotta think about it. How many times, now this is something that men gonna have to think about, right? We talk about how many women are not doing some facts, and you get one that does.
Yeah.
Bro, you cannot take that for granted. You can't do it, fellas, because you're not lying. It is rare.
Facts.
I don't know the percentages, but I know it's rare.
I know it's rare.
I know that for a fact. So when you have it, bro, you have to cherish it. Not that you're going to be perfect. Not that you're not going to make mistakes. But when you make that mistake, clean it up.
Yeah.
Because that's what your woman is expecting you to do. She's not going to do it for you. That is not her nature.
Facts. It ain't her job. Like, bro, you got to hold yourself responsible, bro.
Our job is hard.
It's not easy.
Do the job.
Facts. It ain't what they call sunshine and rainbows or whatever they say.
Cupcake and ice cream.
It ain't that. It's a hard job. Like I said, it's things sacrifice. That's what it's all about, bro. And it ain't gonna be easy. She ain't trying to take away or she, wife, or girl.
Right.
They not trying to take away from you.
They're trying to. What a woman in these positions is really doing? She's trying to make it better for you.
And you don't even know.
You don't even see it. It's not. I understand because I've been in this position where I be like, you tripping.
Yeah.
You petty. I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown ass man now. I realize that when a woman is telling you something, and especially repeatedly, when a woman is telling you something, bro, you have to understand that she's telling you to make this shit better for the household.
Right.
I think that's where the quote, happy life, happy wife comes from, because she is a support strictly for you.
Yeah. So, man, we got Ty calling
Come
in.
on, Ty. What you got? What you got, my brother? Let's go.
Ty, you on the line?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
What's going on,
what's
brother?
What's up, man? What's up?
What you got on?
Hey, I just want to say, hey, this was a fire episode. Hey, so many points hit home. The accountability piece,
Sir.
us taking, sacrifices that, don't go unnoticed.
Yep.
But we still got to, show up to work every day. Like, everything just hit home. Great episode.
Sir.
Man,
I appreciate it.
Ty, thank you so much. And I just want to say, man, it's one of the things that I think we got to highlight. Guys like the 5100 podcast, guys like you, especially, in our communities, man, we got to highlight these things, because it's a lot of guys out here that don't have male role models besides the NBA players or besides your Quavos or your Lil Waynes. And it's like, nah, bro, these guys living a whole nother lifestyle. Talk to guys that have to do this every day.
Yep.
In the field. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Boots on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Man, Ty, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything you do with Bullhorn.
They don't know what you do behind them scenes, but we know.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Much love. Appreciate it too, man.
Have a good one, bro.
Take it easy, bro. Well, I think we can damn near end on that,
man. Thank y'all, man. Look, and bro, this was another one of them conversations. It just went by so quick, bro.
Thanks.
Like we almost an hour in, and it felt like 20 minutes.
Man, bro.
But we really believe in these messages that we put out, y'all. We don't just say this for content, right? We know it's guys that struggle with this stuff because we struggle with it.
And we understand when we saying this, we're not saying we get it right all the time.
Thanks.
I've had points where I made a point where I said, if your woman is upset, you don't wait for her to fix it. I've waited for her to fix it. And I realized how fucking stupid that was.
You realize it ain't going to get fixed.
It's not going to get fixed. It's like, so I've made the mistakes where it's like, bro, trust me.
Yes.
You're built for it.
Right.
Do it.
That's it. It's everything you need is already in you, bro. You just gotta bring it out.
Yep.
So, man, look, bro, great, bro. The feedback has been good,
today,
bro.
Yeah.
On this episode, the podcast episode.
Right.
Look, man, I'm gonna do a little plugging before we get out of here. Like I said, please, go subscribe to us on YouTube.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Shout out to all the people that support us. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We're on everything.
Everything.
When I say everything.
Everything.
You feel me?
Website, the 5100podcast.com. Like I said, man, special shout out to Bullhorn again for showing us the support and love. Thank you again, Ty, for, man, keeping the chat jumping and calling in.
You're the first guy out of Bullhorn to call.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
We don't take that for granted.
Not at all. CJ, anything else, bro?
Last thing, and it's nothing new. I just want to wrap it up and put a bow on this.
Yeah.
Men, and I'm black, so especially black men. I understand the world we live in. I understand that some of your power has been stripped, and you don't even understand that. But because a lion struggles with catching a wildebeest doesn't negate the fact that his family still got to eat.
Yes, sir.
And that if you understand if you're picking up what I'm putting down, your job don't stop, bro. So you might as well embrace it.
Yes, sir.
That's how you get through it. And I'm gonna say this. My guy Tez is an anchor for me because he's a constant reminder of the goal I'm trying to achieve. He's a precedent. He's a standard that I want to uphold. So if you don't have men like that in your circle, get rid of them.
Facts.
Stand on your square. Stand on what you don't need somebody to tell you this, even though we're doing it. You don't need it. It's in you.
It's in there.
Your family, your woman. If you call her your woman and you claim you love her, she has to come first. Not in the sense that you don't, take your job more seriously to take care of her. But I'm saying as far as your duty is to your children, to your wife. And if you want to have that responsibility, understand that's a part of it.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
It ain't no other way to look at it.
Ain't no other way. So y'all, once again, man, thank y'all so much to the people that watched us on YouTube. Thank you as well. Black Man Unfiltered, I know you was in there.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So y'all on that note, we gonna wrap it up. So for your guy Tez the Fi,
Your guy CJ 100,
we are
the 5100 podcast. You dig. Make sure y'all hit them like buttons and all that. You feel me?
Right. Man.
Tell us we ain't them niggas.